Hey everyone, it's good to get a video in that is me running. I remembered this week, so 10 miles again, seeing where I'm at with a little bit of consistency and repeating mileage that I did last week. I'm feeling good, just hit the halfway point. On pace for the average per mile that I want, so it's exciting. It's a beautiful day, bright, sunny, mid-30s, so good running weather. Sun feels nice. I'm excited for the summer. So yeah. Whew. Man, it's been a while since I've ran and recorded. Feeling it. So my thoughts today are just being consistent, building back, putting in the work. That way I can have the data and experience to reassess, evaluate, see where I'm at. I'm 2 months away from the marathon, and to me it's starting to feel like crunch time. So I'm super glad that my knees are healthy. Haven't experienced any pain in the last 2 weeks. I've been very regimented with my morning stretches, morning massage gun, post stretches, post run massage gun around those hot spots for IT band massaging. So super thankful, super grateful to be out here. It's true when they say you can't put a price on health. Man, there's just so much more life opens up and presents opportunity wise when you're in a healthy state physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. When you find alignment in those areas and your body's working together as a system and a team, feels great. I've had emotionally one of the better weeks I've had in a while this last week, so that's definitely helped me stick to my nutrition goals, water intake goals, which ultimately leads to better output while I'm running. And to go a little deeper and further, well, why am I running? I've mentioned this in other videos before. It's more than the miles. My physical health places the odds in my favor of a life of longevity, more years on this earth. And what that equates to me is more time with my family and friends that I care about, more opportunity and moments to spend with my kids, and when they have families, my grandkids. I've done a few end of life reflections, wrote my own eulogy, even started a yearly recap of my life, what it looked like if I passed away during the upcoming year. I did my very first one January 4th in 2020, so plan on doing one every January for the rest of my life. It's a video, and it's just to capture the last year, kind of what have I accomplished, where my mindset's at with my longevity of life. What else? Yeah, it's just a conversation with myself, a check-in, make sure I'm still mindful that as culturally averse we are to thinking about death. We all have an expiration date. We all have our lifetime cards that will be stamped at the end. There's no avoiding it. might as well embrace it and enjoy the years we are afforded and the times we are afforded to their most potential. And it's hard to do that when we bury our heads in the sand and we're not real with ourselves. I struggle with that a lot. I didn't want to think about what happens when I'm gone. It made me feel guilty and sad about where my kids would be without me. And a lot of this came from reflections of my experience with my dad. He passed away when he was 50. I was 20, and I got to experience what life was without a father, trying to raise two kids with no fatherly parental foundation. Had to figure a lot of stuff out on my own, find a solid group of men and mentors who could give me guidance, advice. Feeling guilty and shameful about it, like I was supposed to, I had a kid already, 2 kids. I was supposed to know, and that's really not how life works, especially with parenting. So start getting more mindful about it, and through those conversations with myself, those experiences, I started asking myself, well, how might I show up better? What do I need to do to get myself right? Show up as the healthiest father I can be. Show up as the healthiest worker at work I can be. What do I need to do to myself right? Show up as the most effective lover to my significant other, my future wife, whoever that may be. So here I am, running miles, and it may sound cliche, but most times I literally feel like I'm running for my life, and not like I'm gonna die anytime soon, but I'm running for the back end life, extending years onto my existence. And when I frame it that way, in the moment, heavy breathing and cramps and IT band issues, feeling dehydrated, feeling like I'm out of breath, that stuff just seems really small in comparison. It seems like a pretty fair price to pay for extra years of my existence. So I think I'll stop it here. That's a good point, Dan. I'll recap everything at the end. Have about 4 miles left, so I will see you. All right, end of the 10 miles. I'm chilling in my car. It's a nice day. I'm just kind of catching my breath and getting ready to do some post stretches. My thoughts. I really don't have much else to add after what I said during my run. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I feel good though. 10 miles complete. Reminding myself of the bigger purpose and reason why I'm running. That it's more than each session I put in. It's more than running 10 miles. It's more than running 26.2. Hell, even if I decide to run further than that and do a super endurance ultra race, it'll be more than that. It's just how I'm showing up. It's the process and the systems that I'm building. It's the confidence I'm cultivating in myself, which, I mean, not a secret why this short video series is called Cultivating Confidence. Big reason why I'm running is cultivating the confidence in myself by sticking to my commitments. And I stick to my commitments because it's tied to a bigger purpose. Yeah, I've been running for months now. I've only been doing the YouTube channel a couple, but I don't know if I've talked about it much, but I've had a shorter 3-month commitment I made to myself before I decided to start training for a marathon was run a 2 mile in under 14 minutes, and I gave myself a 3-month time frame, and I ran it in 13:36, I believe, so 24 seconds faster than what my goal was. Yeah, and after that experience, I realized that running wasn't necessarily something I enjoyed, but it was something I can leverage and build self-worth and confidence through, because after hitting my goal, it just felt great. And as I got closer to finishing that goal, and I was very confident I was going to get it, because I was doing test runs and practice 2 miles and weekly sprint drills and long distance running to strengthen up my cardiovascular system, all the things that, you know, I was taught to do to increase my my speed. As I got closer to finishing that and knew I was going to complete it, in the back of my mind, there was something that was like, well, let's start planning for what's next. What's that next milestone? Is it running? Is it something else? What is it? And then I kept thinking about how I ran a marathon before, and how my first marathon kicked my ass. It sucked so bad. After I hit 20 miles, I couldn't run anymore, and I painfully walked 6 miles, and it took just shy of 5.5 hours. I ran it not with a buddy, but we committed to doing it together, and we ran our own separate races, obviously. And I had planned to meet up with him to have lunch after the race, and I was just so hurt. Like, my legs were dead. I couldn't move. It hurt just to sit there, and I had to cancel on him and just decided to make the voyage back home. It was a 5-hour drive, so I was like, I don't want to sit through an hour and a half lunch and then take another 5-hour drive. I'm just ready to go. I'm hurt. It sucks, and like I said, it just whooped my ass. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want that to be the last taste of running in my mouth. Like, I want to show and prove to myself that I'm more capable than that. So that's why I committed to running a marathon. The last one I planned 4 months for training, 16 weeks. I hit maybe 60 to 65% of the trainings. A lot of the ones I missed were the longer distance runs, which were the key important runs to condition and train myself. And so I actually had that experience coming into this one. This is why I feel like I've been so committed and consistent, because I know what it's like not putting in the effort in the training, and how it reflects in results. So not only do I know how important it is to condition myself, I know how important it's been for me to mentally start defeating something that defeated me before. So that's why this marathon means a lot to me. It's very important to me. And getting my 4-hour time is very significant, because it's a whole hour and a half faster than I ran the other one. But like I said, I walked the last 6 miles, so got to play with that how you want. But I just completed in an hour and a half time faster. Is just, I'm gonna feel super accomplished, super proud of myself, super inspired. Like, self-confidence and self-worth is gonna definitely be a milestone of my life. But it's not like I don't experience any of that and then all of a sudden I run the marathon and then poof, it's there. I'm slowly building it now, 1 mile at a time, one training session at a time, and it gets challenging some days, you know. Like, I going through this recovery process, like, really took me out mentally, really set me back nutritionally, really threw a wrench into the plan, and I had to readjust my whole last 3 months, 3.5, 4 months of what I planned to run. I'm not going to reach the 31 miles that I wanted to. I'm going to get back up to a 20. I ended on 21 miles as my furthest that I got in one session. I'm going to end on a 20 miler, and I was very comfortable with the 21 miles I ran. I was very comfortable and confident that I could have ran the 26 that day and got under my projected 4-mile marathon time. So in my mind, if I can get back to the 20 miles and be comfortable at 20 miles, still maintaining a strong pace, still feeling good after I complete the 20 miles, then 26 miles is definitely achievable. There's going to be some challenges. It's in Collins, Colorado. There's going to be altitude change. It's going to be a lot harder on me cardiovascularly. So what I had planned to do was overtrain, run extra miles to compensate for that. Obviously that plan's kind of shot now because I don't have the time to build back up to that again. So my training plan is to, throughout the week, I'm running a little bit faster paces instead of my tentative marathon training pace. So right now my first 5 miles is an average of a 8:25 mile pace. I'm trying to run my miles throughout the week, somewhere between a 7:40 and a 8 mile average pace. I did a 4:34 this past week. This upcoming week I'm doing a 5:45, and slowly raising the miles throughout the week in these next 7 to 8 weeks, but also keeping my mile pace the same between the 7:40 and 8 during the week. I also have 2 boxing days that I do in my off days to minimize impact on my knees, but still get high intensity cardiovascular workouts in. And that was a learning point I got from, running so many miles. I was running 5 days a week. Now I'm running 4, which I think is going to be a lot better for my IT bands and recovery post runs and stuff, especially after my Sunday runs, which are longer and a lot more taxing on the body. So yeah, that's where I'm at. It's my plan moving forward. You guys heard some of my thoughts about why I run, the bigger purpose behind it. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for being on this journey with me. I ultimately do it for myself, but I definitely enjoy the support, motivation, and encouragement along the way. So thank you for everyone who watches. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the inspirational, you got it. And I know some of that comes from having the courage and bravery to put my story out there, which I've not really been the best with. So it's all learning. It's all structured development for myself, experiences to capture and look back on. So again, thank you all for being here. See you in the next video.